Hey there, how's it going, lads and lasses? I thought I'd kind of go back to my roots here a little bit. You know, I started with Red Dead videos that were pretty crappy to say the least, and, you know, those first few were focusing on all the outfits you could unlock. So I thought, you know, with Red Dead 2, we have this crazy level of customization in both single player and multiplayer. And, you know, it's the multiplayer is ever evolving with, you know, Outlaw passes and all this cool stuff. I thought that maybe I'd start showing how I put together some of the outfits that I make, and I thought I'd start out with this one because this one's probably the one I'm the most proud of. If you're a fan of Volbeat, the band, like I am, you might recognize this one. This is based off of the artwork for their song The Hangman's Body Count, and it's some of my favorite band artwork that I have seen. I just love the creepy vibe of it. I love the art style from what's his name, Karsten Sand, I believe, is their regular artist, and he just has a really cool style. And so, you know, when I kind of saw the hat and this coat, I thought, yeah, I think I can make this work. So let's get in there and show you how to customize this. So before I get into the customization, I just want to kind of briefly go over sort of my personal policy when it comes to making an outfit in this game. I do my best to make it suitable for warm weather. I definitely never go towards suitable for whatever the middle one is, where it's not really suitable for warm weather and it's not suitable for the freezing cold weather either. It's the in between. Those outfits are useless because of how this game system works. Like it's a detriment to customize the outfit that way. And honestly, I wish the temperature system just wasn't in this damn game, but that's another video. So just long story short, I try to make all my outfits suitable for warm weather just because you'll be able to wear them in more places. You can wear them in, I would say, 75% of the map without it affecting your cores. For those rare occasions where you go into the snow, you can always pop the hardy tonics, and I think that's honestly a more efficient way of going about it. So let's go ahead and get into it with that. I guess you could call it a rant out of the way. We'll start off with the hat here. So this is the Cayuga Hat. I believe it's on just about the last page of the hats. This hat is going to cost you 131 in-game dollars and 25 in-game cents, and you want to go for the black leather one. See, what's cool about this is it's got sort of the worn look to it, which might not look cool with other outfits, but because we're going for this sort of spectral Hangman character, I think it adds to it. So that is the first step. Our second step will be the bandana, and for that you want the trimmed bandana. That is going to cost you 2 gold. 2 gold for this one, so you want to go for the black. You scroll down to the bottom for the trimmed bandana section, and it's about there. It's a good idea to have your bandana up before you go into customize, just so you can see it and make sure you're getting the right one. Because 2 gold for some people is, you know, quite a bit. So that those two are the most important parts. You know, a lot of the other parts can kind of be interchanged based off of what's available and what's affordable, but those two are the main things, is that hat and that bandana. So next we are going to go into coats, and you actually have 2 options here. So the main option, the one that I like to use, is the winter shotgun coat. So the thing with the winter shotgun coat is it's not actually a warm coat. It's slightly warm. I can make a whole video on the warm system if you guys want that. I can explain that in depth so that when you go to customize your own outfits, you kind of have an idea of, okay, this is what I can do. This is supposed to be a really warm coat. I'm glad that it's not. I hope they never fix that, because otherwise this coat will be useless to me. Just like I love the leather duster coat, but I never use it because it's automatically makes it a warm outfit. Then there's nothing you can do about it. So we have this coat to make up for that. And I like this one because it's long and it's a little rough. You know, it's got a little bit of patchwork. So again, kind of same thing with the hat. We've got this. It helps with the spectral vibe of the Hangman. And it also helps that it's bulky. So it just makes you look a little bit tougher, a little bit cooler. And it's just a cool coat. But the thing with this is it is one of the coats that gets rotated out. So it's not always going to be there. And in fact, they've been kind of dropping the ball on the rotation clothes lately. I don't know why. I feel like that's such a simple thing for them to do, is to rotate these clothes in. If they're not going to do it, they should just make them all available and just not bother with rotating them in and out. That's just my opinion. But winter's coming up. You know, we got fall here. We're just about in fall. Winter's not far behind. Usually they bring the coat back for winter. So this is kind of a heads up to just start looking for it. Look at the Rockstar Newswire, look at their social media, just to see if they bring it back around that time. But for the time being, you can get the Marshall coat, which isn't as long, but it still kind of fits the look. It still works. I have some issues with this coat. But first we'll go into the price of that, which is about... You know, they're all kind of different prices. I already had this one purchased a long time ago, so I couldn't get the price for the black one exactly, but they're going to be between $140 and $180 in-game dollars. So my main issues with this coat, you know, the length doesn't really bother me. It's from the front, it looks badass. It looks really cool. From the front, it's one of my favorite coats in the game. From the back is like, you have like a Hulk back with these really skinny little chicken bone arms, and it just looks weird. And you know, when you're doing shootouts and you're running across the map, you're mostly looking at your character from the back, so it just gets irritating seeing this weird proportioned back that's just humongous with these skinny little arms. But if that doesn't bother you, then this coat still works really good with this outfit. Next, we're going to go to vests. So the thing with the Hangman is, what's cool about the design is the mystery. You know, that makes him creepy. It gives you this you know, otherworldly vibe when you look at him. You don't get to see the full picture. You're just seeing this shadow. So what you want is the simplest stuff that you can get, and the simplest black vest is the Flores Vest. This is going to be $101.50 in game, and it's, I think this one's on like the second page. It's not on the first one. So the second page of the vests, you'll find this one. And there's some other cool styles in there if you want to pick something for other outfits, but this is the perfect one for this outfit. And now we're going to shirts, and this is where you have quite a bit of leeway. It really comes down to preference. So I use this Donegal sweater because when you have all this stuff on top of it, you don't see a lot of details. You don't see buttons. You don't really notice the collar. And because it's a turtleneck, it covers more of you. And that's another thing with this outfit, is you want to cover as much as possible because you're trying to be this shadow. You're trying to be a spectral creature. So if you can get something with a high collar, this one's the best in my opinion, but it does come with a downside, that this is one of the few shirts that adds warmth. So how you would counteract this is wearing gloves that don't add warmth, and there's not many in the game, but there are a couple. If you can't get them, there are some good shirts that are pretty good alternatives. This is one right here, the Cowhardy shirt, however the hell you pronounce that, because it has a high collar and the buttons are black, so they don't stick out as much as some of these other shirts. Let's see, we also have, you know, the frumpy shirt's not a bad choice either. The only problem is the buttons are reflective, but if that doesn't bother you, you know, you have the high collar on this too. And that's a cool shirt to have for other outfits, just because you have really thick sleeves on there. And then the last one I would recommend is French dress shirt, because it has the high collar, but you have these colorful buttons on it. So that's going to be a problem there. Okay, so now we'll get into gloves, where things are a little bit more complicated. Depending on what shirt you picked, will determine how complicated your glove decision is. What I use is these gloves, the Londonderry gloves. These are from a collector's outfit, the last collector's outfit. So you need to get to level 20 collector to get these gloves, and you buy the outfit, and that outfit is going to cost you 545 in-game dollars. And then you get the gloves. That's the whole reason I bought the outfit, was for the gloves. And what's great about these gloves is they do not add warmth. So they're great for other outfits where, say, you pick a vest that's cool, but oh, it's got a little bit of leather on it, so now this is a warm vest. Well, now you can wear these gloves to counteract it. If you don't have that level, you're going to want to pick a different shirt, one of those other ones I showed with a high collar. And then you have quite a few options for other gloves. The Avery gloves are really cool. The thing with these is you don't want to wear them on like just a vest outfit, because they have this weird fluffy fur wrist wrap thing on them, which is, they just look kind of funky that way. So these are really only for long sleeve outfits. You also have the range gloves, which are, you know, classic. In this game, they're pretty big, you know, compared to like Red Dead 1 with the ones that John Marston wears in that game. But they're okay with this outfit because everything's big anyways. The hat's big, the coat's big, what have you. So they look pretty cool with this outfit. You will also have the Workman Gloves, which are similar to the Avery Gloves, but I think the tone's just a little bit off. But these work too. Again, these are gloves that don't work really well with sleeveless ones, because they don't have the fur wrists, but the wrists are like folded, and they have like brown leather on the inside, so it just doesn't look great. You also have the Urban Gloves, which they're a little bit wrinkly, but if that doesn't bother you, then they're fine too. You have a couple of black ones there. One of them has like a different color wrist buckle for tightening it, so that's something to keep in mind. You might want to buy them with a jacket off, so that way you can see which one has that wrist buckle on it. And then there's the leather gloves. There's one pair of black leather gloves. Those also work, and those will work with sleeveless outfits because they don't have any weird wrist wraps on them. So now we get into weapon equipment. You don't want a belt buckle for this, because again, we're going for simple. For the offhand holster, I use the embossed gunslinger holster because it's the simplest offhand holster that's pure black. You have a lot of the black ones have like too much wear on them, or they're almost tan, so they don't really work all that well. And same thing for the gun belt, just the embossed gunslinger belt. It looks simple, and that's what we're going for here. But what also works if you don't want to buy a belt is the default belt you get from the game. It's just the belt buckle sticks out a little bit more, but this also works with the outfit. Those are the two that I would recommend. If you don't want to buy one, then you already have one that works with the outfit. No trinkets and no bandolier. The pants are a bit of a complicated step too. Not as much as some of the other complicated steps, but you have to buy an outfit to get these pants. These are the black leather bandito pants. And these come with the Ajaccio. I'm pretty sure it's Spanish, so it'd be Ajaccio outfit. If you're white, it's Ajaccio outfit. So they come with that, and that's going to cost you about 519 in-game dollars. There isn't really much else to that outfit that's all that cool, but I think they're worth it just for the pants, because the pants are pretty cool. Now the boots are the simplest part of the outfit. They're cheap, and honestly these are some of the coolest boots in the game. Just the worn roper boots. You want to go for the ones that ironically aren't worn. And these are the most versatile boots in my opinion, these ones, because they're just simple cowboy boots. And I ended up using these on like 5 different outfits, so they're cheap, they're a good investment. You can't go wrong with these boots. They're only going to cost you $13.75 in game. So now we have the Spurs, and again, you want something simple, but he does have Spurs. If you look, there was like a music video, it was like an animated one it got taken down, but I think you can still find like an unofficial upload of it. And he has Spurs, and he also has, gun belt and that, because he has like a Colt single action. So you want simple Spurs. The good thing about these pants is they're going to cover up most of them. So you just want a set of Spurs that are black, that have that kind of style sticking out there. With they stick out pretty far, and they're round with the little spikes protruding there. And that's what you want to go for. And there you have the Hangman, guys. To be fully authentic, I suppose you would take away the Offhand Holster, but that's, it doesn't bother me, and I want to be able to have both my revolvers, so I leave it there. So thank you guys for watching. I spend most of my time in this game trying to make cool outfits, so if you guys like this video, I'd be glad to make some more. And I would also be glad to make a video on my logic behind customizing an outfit, all the ins and outs, the things to consider. If you guys are interested in that, talking about the temperature system and all the ways you can get around it, I'd be happy to make that video too. So yeah, again, thank you guys for watching. I hope you all have a good one, and I'll see you guys next time.